One of the areas of my collection which has expanded quite a lot in recent years has been the Russian portion, and just recently that has been moved to its own new display area. Previously it was a much smaller shelf, and it's split into two portions. On the smaller top shelf we've got Aeroflot, and on the lower shelf we've got everybody else. Moving to the left hand side, we've got the Soviet portion of Aeroflot's fleet. Aero Classics IL-18s and a T144, IL-62s, 86s, IL-76 in the Arctic scheme at the back, and the Phoenix T154. Moving into the 1990s, and Aeroflot aircraft gain the new Russian flag. We've got another Phoenix T154 and some IL-62, IL-96, and then progressively Aeroflot begins to take on Western aircraft, Aero Classics DC-10 and the Gemini A310, and then into the 2000s the lovely new scheme, first on what was Donavia but is Aeroflot Don in this incarnation, and T154, and then mainline Aeroflot A330, T154 and Aero Classics A319, and beautiful Phoenix A330. And the space to the left of it should have a 767 in it, but it seems to have gone walkies somewhere across the Pacific. Hopefully it will show up. Not looking very likely at the moment though. Moving on to the lower shelf, we've got the rest of the Russian collection. It's been a rather random selection of Russian aircraft made over the years, but some goodies hidden away in there. We've got things like Eurasia, which are pretty obscure, Eastline, a recent Aero Classics IL-76. More mainstream, we've got Transaero, sadly just passed. Lovely Aero Classics DC-10 and 747, and the equally beautiful JC Wings IL-86 mould. Sakhalin Air Transport 737. Another airlines from the Far East like Delavia. More central airlines like Domodedovo from Moscow. Baikal Airlines. Atlant Soyuz, both the T154 and IL-96. One of the largest Russian airlines at the time, Crassair. Lovely on an IL-96. Could do with some more Crassair and Air Union. We've got Ural Airlines, one of the few survivors of this group. Other airlines like Trans-European appeared and then vanished pretty much immediately. Mayville Magadan, another unusual Russian airline. Yakutia, Pulkovo, and then Russian state transports, and the airline portion, Rossiya. Moving to the most modern, we've got a Nordwind 777, that's a Witty Wings mould, quite nice actually. JC Wings S7 A320, Aero Classics Sibir, and another JC Wings beauty, the UT Air 767. And the last Russian in my collection, a Volga AN124 on the superior Herpa mould. So there's a little bit of space for some more Russians, but not a great deal. They don't tend to produce too many models anyway for the Russian scene, but it's an interesting scene, and it's good to have some Russian aircraft in your collection.